You can sit here. Go ahead. Here. Sit here. Sit here. Thank you. Sit. Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. Hello, hello, hello. 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 No. We don't. You were being really good. Go back and sit where you were because I have to dump the laundry out. Go back and sit where you were. Thank you. Or sit here. You can sit next to sister, but you gotta. You can sit next to sister. Okay. Trying to. Oh, that's better. That's a bit better. Hello from California. Hello, Andrea and Amber and Tammy and Tommy and Amy and Trina and Bryce. How are you guys? I am. Just walked in the door. So we had a meeting down at the laundromat and just got home. So I figured I would fold this load of laundry that I pulled out just before I left for the meeting down at the laundromat. And I'm gonna try to get this done, get some dishes done, get a workout in. Tonight is Sophia's basketball banquet. The high school basketball banquet. So she's got that tonight. So I'm gonna have to get dressed and do my hair. So, what's going on with Jackson's hair? So Jackson is turning himself into a hairless cat by over grooming due to what the vet says is anxiety. Now, the vet believes the cat is anxious as a result of none other than Kiki. The vet believes Kiki has created an anxious work environment. Kiki, are you ignoring me? Did you make Jackson anxious? You did. And do you chase him repeatedly and make him lick all of his hair off? You did. Oh my goodness. So, Kiki has created an anxious work home environment for the cat. Apparently, no chewing, no licking. Everybody's licking. We tried an allergy shot first to see if that would get him to stop licking. It has not. I don't know how long the kitty cat Prozac takes to work, but I can also tell you that the cat is still licking. So I don't know how long it takes. I'm assuming a couple of weeks to get into his system. I don't know where he is right now. I would show you his back. I feel like it's growing back in, but I also feel like that all the time and it's not. So I don't know the actual true case of if it is, if it isn't, blah, 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 whatever. The cat, outside of the hair loss, Jade is fine. Jade is underneath the bed. She likes to hang in my room until she comes out in the morning to eat and at night to eat. I see her multiple times throughout the day because when I go in my room, she comes out. I'm the only one she likes for whatever reason. But she does not come out and roam around if Kiki is not in the kennel because Kiki is a lunatic. So she is smart and she stays away. Jackson likes the chase, but the chase has given him anxiety apparently. So now the cat is medicated. And it's like, of course the cat is medicated because Why wouldn't the cat be medicated for anxiety at this point? The whole house. The whole house. So, any hoozle, McToozle. That is what's going on around these parts. So we'll see if his hair is coming back. Brian, do you have Jackson?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was going to scoop him up for you so you could see his back and you could give me your opinion, but...
What time are we leaving here?
For the banquet?
I'm looking at him.
Oh, is he sitting over there?
He's sitting in the doorway.
He heard me calling.
He's literally just sitting.
Come here, buddy boy. No. The internet wants to see that. The internet wants to see. I'm not going to give you a pill. Kiki, go. The internet.
Yeah, what time are we going?
I don't know how far away it is, Dad. No. So here is his back. No, hold on. I'm not gonna put you down. I just want to show everybody your back. So it looks like to me that it's growing back in, but you can see spots where he still overlicks, but it grows. And he is okay. I'm not gonna give you any more Prozac right now. I'm not gonna give you any more Prozac right now. No, I'm not gonna give you any more Prozac. He knows he gets held to get his pill now, so he's not a real fan. But
Terrified.
But I feel like it's getting a little bit better, but I can't be for certain it's getting
Oh my God, no.
That's why you gotta take the trash out. I told you to take the trash out because she's a lunatic. She goes into that trash to grab all those dirty, gross napkins and food that's sitting at the top. So, anyway, I feel like his back, his poor little back, he's overgroomed this entire spot. And the vet was like, the cat has anxiety. And I'm like, I go, I hear you. And I'm not disagreeing. But just so you know, the cat does in fact antagonize the dog. It will wait for Kiki to chase him. And it loves the thrill of the chase. But the thrill apparently also gives the cat anxiety. And so he overlicks. But he's a good boy, but he is a, what's the word? Hello, Allison. How do you give Prozac to Jackson? Somebody hold him and I just pop it in his gullet and he swallows it. He's actually pretty good at taking his pill. What's it called? He's a contradiction because he loves to be chased, but apparently it's terrified him and he has anxiety as a result. So I don't know. That's the cat. Right, Jax? Right, buddy boy? Yeah. You gotta stop licking the back. I feel like the tail is coming back in. But I also, I don't know. I say that every week and I look at it and every week I'm like, maybe not. And then it hasn't been getting any better. So, okay, Kiki, I do not want to sit on your head. Please. I do not want to sit on your head. Leave the cat alone. Leave the cat alone. Lay down. No, don't chew the blanket. But yeah, so anyway. But today, I did a reel about not me, nobody, and I don't know. 3 other people who live in my home because things are always getting broken or breaking, and nobody seems to know how it happens. And it's confusing to me how that can be when we were gone for my grandfather's funeral. The kids were here for 1 day without us. They were not left home alone. A family friend stayed overnight. But while I was gone, a plate got broken. It's not a big deal. It wasn't expensive. It was $5. But I said to Sophia last night, how did this plate break? She says, I don't know. I said, did you break the plate? She said, no. I said, did you not notice the plate was broken? She said, no. I said, okay. Then this morning I asked Brian, how did the plate get broken? He says, I don't know. I said, did you break the plate? No. Kiki, stop. Well, he starts laughing. I said, why are you laughing? I'm not laughing. I said, I'm watching you laugh. Why are you laughing? So this continues on for about 10 minutes, this line of questioning. And the same response, I don't know, it wasn't me. Then he says, I bet it was the cat. So he blames Jackson. This is who he blames. This 5-pound black cat right here, Jackson. He says he probably jumped on it and broke it. Now I have seen Jackson do some feline acrobatics. The cat can jump pretty high and from pretty far, but he's a very small cat. He's very lightweight. I don't think he broke the plate. But neither child will take responsibility for the broken plate, although Brian did offer to reimburse me, which seems like something a guilty party would do. Without admitting any fault, he was ready to settle for $5 for the price of the plate. I said, I don't want your money if you didn't break the plate, but I'd like to know who broke the plate. Nobody broke the plate. I don't know broke the plate. It wasn't me broke the plate. Does it matter? What?
Does it matter who broke the plate?
No. I would like to know, though.
Oh, would you like to know?
I would.
You'll never know.
So the people online were like, why don't you have Ring cameras set up all over your house so you know which one of your kids did it? And I said, I don't know that I really do want to know. It's a $5 plate. But I love that he blamed the cat. The 5-pound cat. I was like, I don't think it was the 5-pound cat. Oh, I think I've lost everybody. We've got no comments. I swear. It's amazing how jacked up Facebook can get. Can you guys hear me and see me any longer? Because the comments all went away and I have no comments coming in. Well, I've got thumbs ups, so people are here, but we've lost comments. We've lost comments.
I need to take a minute.
You need a nap?
I just gotta sit for a minute.
Well, you had a long day already. You've already done deliveries. Oh, Ruth was in your way. Dave just got home we had a meeting down at the laundromat. He had a full route of linen deliveries today. What? Are there comments on here? Oh, that's nice. We can see you, Tammy said. We're still here. What do you need?
Okay.
You want this one that she's laying? You don't want the dog blanket? All right, there is. Oh, they want to know, did you break the plate?
I wasn't here.
He wasn't here. But I just thought it was funny that the response you always get from the kids when you're looking for something, when something is broken, or when they've eaten something or made a mess or whatever, it's always, it wasn't me, I don't know, and nobody are the ones who did it. I don't know. You think this is so funny? So, yeah, so that was, and then this woman gets in the comments and in all caps says basically just shut up and stop complaining and go buy another cheap plate. And it's like, why are you here? Why are you following? Why did you take the time to stop and even say that? Like, what? Why? Like, I guess the longer I've been on the internet, the more I do want to know that part. Why do you take the time out of your day to come over to tell me what a piece of crap I am?
I've been replying to people like
I know you have been, but
it's fun.
no. You should take weekly pictures of Jackson's body to see progress. Then you can use those pictures to report to your vet. That is smart. I do have some pictures. You know what? Why don't I take another one right now? Why don't I take another one right now? Because I have one from last week. Where's your camera? Where's your... Here it is.
It's way better.
You think so, right?
Yeah.
I think it does look better. All right, let's compare. Oh, we can't. I'm on my phone. Okay, I took pictures. I took 2 pictures. I'll post them. Because I have last week's picture and one from before because it was when they started the medicine. So that's a good idea. I do have that.
I want to eat these, but I also want to nap.
So stop eating. You just ate. Oh, you didn't really eat lunch. You only had a cup of soup. You're not hungry?
Not really, but...
Do you want a meatball sub?
No.
Okay. So yeah, so I do wonder that. The longer I'm on the internet, the more I'm just like, I don't understand why you're here. Like the only reason, and I did have a back and forth, not in a bad way. I had a conversation back and forth with somebody in, I don't know if it was in Instagram DMs, Facebook Messenger, or TikTok. I cannot remember where, but this woman was like, hey, just some food for thought about the whole video of Sophia, the $200 mom video. She's like, I think the reason that all of these people over on TikTok had such an issue with that video is because they don't think it's appropriate or okay for you to use your kid for content. And I can understand where this person is coming from in terms of like, there's a lot of these parenting vloggers and bloggers that came up through, the past however many years and, had their families. Primarily YouTube families, right? Like they were vlogging every single day with their kids, showing every single instance of their lives. And then those kids, like the Duggars, they weren't even YouTube. They were, what was that, TLC? Yeah. Where if you watched like the videos of the TV shows after the fact of the Duggars, where they had all of their kids on payroll, but none of the kids were actually making any money, and they were forced to do all of this, and they weren't getting anything for it or out of it or whatever. And so I can understand this idea of not using your kid for content, but she wasn't even in the video. I was using a scenario, a story of my interaction with my kid. And to me, that isn't using her for content. I'm telling you a story, which my page primarily is me talking about my parenting journey, my motherhood journey, my whatever journey, whatever the hell day it is, whatever I'm doing.
Kids know they can come in or out of whatever they want.
And our kids do know that they don't have to be involved in any video we make or any live we make or anything. Sometimes I have to go back and rewatch, but it seems like the lives don't post on Facebook. Is it just me? Oh, this is the first comment that's coming through in like 10 minutes, so I don't even know what's going on. And I don't have new comments on Dave's phone either. Let's see if I open it back up. Oh, here they are. And what I said was, I'm not using my kid as content. I'm using the story to relate to parents, which is somebody just posted. Stephanie says, you're not using her for content, you're using her to relate to other parents of teens, which is exactly what it is. When I'm telling a story about something that they did, the nonsense plate issue, the story of her, which I thought was hilarious. What did she call it? Wiper juice?
Yeah.
Windshield wiper fluid, she called it wiper juice. Like all of these, like these are how we relate to other parents. Like, cause it's not like my kid is the only one who said this or did this or whatever. And so it's, to me, that's how we can relate, whether our kids are toddlers or teens or in college or whatever the case. We want to be able to relate to other people who have been there or who are going through it, because it makes us feel better about our own journey, right? We feel less alone. And so to me, oh, we're at the bottom of the basket. To me, hello, Alicia, that is the reason to do this. That is the reason to have these conversations. That is the reason to have the ability to sort of quote unquote commiserate. So I don't look at what I do as using my kids as content. There have been times, and there will be times in the future, where I ask them to help me shoot a video or do something, and it's a question: will you do this with me? And if the answer is no, then I need to do something else. But I always ask them, will you do this with me? They used to think it was fun to make videos. They don't anymore. But if it's something that they find interesting, they'll do it. Dave doesn't like making videos with me. I was watching Karina says, Dave, that chewing is triggering me. I'm going to take those chips right out your face.
All right. I'm done.
So.
That was my lunch.
Yeah, why did you? Anyway, so.
I just ate a whole pack of pills. I'm full for days.
There's you didn't eat a pack. They're supplements. They're your vitamins and your minerals.
I almost died.
I'm trying to keep you alive.
I almost died taking them.
Oh my gosh. You don't have to be in my video. Okay. So, anyway.
Do not consent to this video.
You don't consent? I'm sorry that I was using you for content. I apologize. Other people are like, the chewing is making me hungry. I need a snack. Yeah, Dave probably does need a nap because he's been up and out of the house early since like 6:30 this morning, delivering linens. Old linen Dave. Yes, somebody asked, is there a podcast tomorrow because Tiffany's out of town? She gets in tonight, so there will be a podcast tomorrow, normal time, 9 a.m. So there's that. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I am somebody who uses her kids for content. I think I tell stories about my life, my children, and I use that as my tool to relate to others. I know that people have different ways to relate, right? I mean, you could relate. What are some ways people relate? Playing a sport together, cooking, painting, some form of an art, something, right? Mine is telling stories. I tell stories to relate to people. I want to feel closer to people who are going through, quote unquote, the same-ish thing that I'm going through. So anyway, but I was watching, I shared it. It didn't go anywhere because I feel like nothing goes anywhere on Facebook anymore. But it was the sketch video I made of when we were going on a spring break trip with the kids years ago. They were little because I was holding up these tiny little flip-flops. Like the kids were little. and it was all the things you do to get ready to go on vacation, right? I'm like, nobody eats for the next 4 days. I'm not going to do another dish. No more laundry. Sleep on your mattress. No sheets. I don't care. We're going to come home to a clean house. Like da 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 da. And it was funny because I used to have these ideas and I could see them play out in my mind, and I would sketch. We won't be able to see the comments from there.
You can't see them anyway.
I can. Oh, you're trying to get me to take a nap? So you can take a nap? Maybe I'll shut up? Oh, okay. All right. That was aggressive.
You're welcome.
Okay. Please don't cop a feel while we're on a live.
Oh, yeah. That's on the other tab.
I just can't compare your stories about your kids to making your kids smile and fake react like others.
I don't know what that means.
Like how creators, I'm seeing comments now, Candy. They're starting to come, they came back. I don't know. I hate the fake reaction videos and the fake, like the sketch videos where people are pretending to be like on a plane or in a doctor's office or whatever. Like those drive me nuts. Like I like sketch comedy, but the ones where they're like, you'll never believe what happened next. And it's like, I believe that you are the least creative person on the planet, and this is the shit that you're putting out on the internet. So that's what I think about that. But some people like it. It drives me nuts. It's like clickbait. Yeah, he's gonna go to sleep. I think this is where the live ends, because you'll hear the snoring any second. And then after I tell him he's snoring, he's gonna say, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say?
I love you.
No, I wasn't sleeping. So how could I be
just
snoring?
resting.
He's resting his eyes. He's resting his eyes. He's resting his eyes. So I'm going to let him take a nap. I'm going to go into the garage and get a workout in. What?
Oh,
Yes, I have to work out.
stay right here. I'll work you out later.
No.
It's fine. Just sit for a minute.
I have to go get a
That's
workout in.
fine.
Her
Yes.
basketball banquet is tonight.
Okay.
I need enough time to work out and shower.
Listen. Working out can be a nighttime activity.
No, I can't, because we're going to eat dinner at I can't work out after I eat dinner. I'll be too full.
How much I've seen you eat, and we'll be there for an eternity.
Oh, they want to
So-
see your tattoo to see how it's healing.
Oh,
Hold it up.
yeah.
Hold it up. Give him a 360 spin. Very nice. So he has to go in and do color in 2 weeks. You have to call and make an appointment.
Something like that.
But you need to be prepared. You're going to have to sit for another 3 or so hours.
Okay.
What should I get tattooed this time?
Oh my God.
I love tattoos. Where should I get one? I got this one last time.
The people already said to do a neck tat.
A neck tat? Where?
Like, never, like that one.
No regrets?
No regrets, right across.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that. I would do one back here. Right here. On my neck. I would get one there.
I don't know why I got tired.
Yeah, I'll have to think about what I want next. But I do like the lady who did this one. It says never say never. She was really good. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably end up with another tattoo. His tattoo is flowers and a band. And each flower represents one of the kids. well, there's more flowers than children, but he picked a flower, like a style. So who's the hibiscus?
They're all hibiscus.
No, you've got a bird of paradise here.
That's you.
A hibiscus.
That's the kids.
A hibiscus, a hibiscus.
Yes.
You got
There's
some
a
leaves
small
over
and
here.
medium. Well, they're not leaves. The kids aren't the leaves. They're the 3 hibiscus. There's, I don't know what that is.
These aren't hibiscus.
That's not the kids.
Oh, jeez.
That's the kids. There's a small, a medium, and a large.
Oh, so that's Matthias. That's Sophia, and that's Brian.
Yes.
Oh,
And you are the bird of paradise.
I'm the bird.
That's pointing where?
Where?
Where's it pointing?
Your stomach.
Why?
Your penis.
It's not pointing down to my knees. It's pointing.
Your knee.
It's pointing. What? Where's it pointing?
Were you insinuating that your penis goes down to your knees? When I said that? Is that what you were insinuating?
It's pointing at my heart. That's the bird of paradise. That's you. Now, I'm not sure if it's because it's trying to stab me in the heart
Oh,
or just pointing at it.
wow.
We'll see.
Wow. Wow. On that note, wow. So much love. Is that what, when somebody says, I love you to death? Is that what that means? Just so much love.
Or murder-suicide.
Okay. Okay. I don't think you're allowed to say those kinds of things. All right. On that note, I'm going to go do a HIIT class in the garage. It looks like everybody is napping. Look at the nap situation here. We've got Keekers, Anxious Jackson, Ruth, and Grumpy Dave.
Why am I grumpy?
People were calling you grumpy in the feed. Mostly because you're grumpy. All right, guys, I will see you. Romeo and Juliet type shit. Yeah, we don't need none of that. All right, we'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow. Bye.